What is the safest way to defend Kenan Yıldız? Give him space, and he can use it to shoot. Close him down, and you invite the one-on-one. Protect the inside, and another route may open outside. Try to force him away from his preferred right foot, and the problem does not necessarily disappear. Bring another defender, and suddenly someone else may have space. That is what makes Kenan Yıldız such an interesting player to study. His game is not built around one unstoppable move. It is built around uncertainty. And at only 21 years old, that uncertainty is already creating serious problems at the highest levels of European football. So the real question is not simply whether Kenan Yıldız is talented. The evidence already tells us that. The more interesting question is this: why is he so difficult to defend, and what could he become if his decisions grow as quickly as his talent has? Kenan's journey began in Regensburg, Germany. He developed inside Bayern Munich's academy before making a crucial decision in the summer of 2022. He left Germany and joined Juventus. It was a move into one of football's most demanding environments, but his progress was rapid. He played for the Juventus youth team, moved into the next-gen side, and soon began approaching the first team. Then came December 2023. Against Frosinone, Kenan made his first Serie A start. The goal he scored that day was important for more than the record books. Starting from the left, he attacked the defense, escaped multiple challenges and finished the move himself. It was still early. He was nowhere near the finished player. But some of the ideas that would later define his game were already visible. Directness, confidence in possession, the willingness to attack defenders, and the instinct to turn space into a shooting opportunity. To understand why those qualities matter, we first have to understand where Kenan wants to play. He may begin on the left wing, but describing him simply as a left winger misses much of the story. Watch what happens when the player outside him changes position. If a fullback provides width, Kenan can move inward. If the outside corridor becomes occupied, he can enter the left half space between the opposition's defensive lines. Now the defender has a decision to make. Follow Kenan inside, and space may appear outside. Hold the original position, and Kenan may receive closer to the center. That matters because the closer he moves toward central areas, the number of possible actions begins to increase. He can turn toward goal. He can combine with a teammate. He can carry the ball. He can look for a final pass. Or he can shoot. This is one of the first clues to his football intelligence. He does not merely search for empty grass. He shows an awareness of how space changes when teammates and opponents move around him. And once the ball begins traveling toward him, another important part of his game appears. The first touch. For many players, the first touch completes the process of receiving the ball. For Kenan, it can begin the next action. When pressure is arriving, a directional touch can move the ball away from the defender's line of approach. One touch can change his body orientation. It can take him from receiving with an opponent closing him down to facing open attacking space. The defender must turn. Kenan can accelerate, and the geometry of the duel has changed. At other times, he does not turn at all. He releases the ball, moves again and looks for the return pass. This distinction matters. Technical quality is not simply about controlling difficult passes. At the highest level, it is about making the control useful. And when Kenan escapes the first pressure, defenders face perhaps the most recognizable part of his game. The one-on-one. Kenan can attack a defender directly, but speed alone does not explain why these situations can become so difficult. Before accelerating, he can delay. He can shape his body toward one direction. He can use a small feint. And he can wait for the defender to commit his weight. That moment is critical. Once the defender makes a decision, Kenan can make another. The best example is not necessarily a spectacular sequence of tricks. Sometimes a subtle movement is enough. At the Club World Cup against Whited, one attacking sequence captured the idea particularly well. Control, feint, defender commitment, then the finish. The feint mattered because it changed what the defender believed was about to happen. That is deception with a purpose. And Kenan's dribbling can serve another purpose as well. Sometimes beating the first defender is not the end of the action. It attracts a second. If two defenders become concentrated around one attacker, the structure of the defense changes. A teammate can become free. A passing lane can appear. So the value of the dribble is not always measured by how many players Kenan leaves behind. Sometimes he dribbles to beat the defender. Sometimes he dribbles to change the defense. But that creates another problem for the opponent. Why not simply give him more space? Because Kenan can shoot. His tendency to start from the left and move towards central shooting positions has appeared repeatedly. In his Champions League debut against PSV in September 2024, he began from the left, moved into a dangerous inside position and produced a superb right-footed finish. At 19 years and 136 days, he became Juventus' youngest scorer in the European Cup or Champions League. A year later, against Borussia Dortmund, the European stage produced another reminder. Different season, different opponent. The threat remained. This repeatability matters. One spectacular goal can be a moment. When similar behaviors appear against different opponents and in different seasons, they begin to tell us something about the player. And defenders cannot focus exclusively on Kenan's right foot. It is clearly his preferred weapon. But preferred does not mean exclusive. The match against Inter in October 2024 provided powerful evidence. Juventus were 4-2 behind when Kenan entered the game. He was still 19. His first goal came during a transition and was finished with his left foot. Now consider the defender's problem. Allow Kenan to move onto his right and the shooting threat is obvious. Force him toward his left and the attack does not automatically end. That does not mean he has two identical feet. He does not. It means the weaker side remains functional enough to complicate the defensive solution. And against Inter, Kenan was not finished. Later he arrived inside the penalty area and converted again. 2 goals. 2 different attacking situations. One involved carrying the threat through transition. The other demonstrated that Kenan does not always need the ball at his feet to become dangerous. He can arrive where the attack is going. This is where the defensive puzzle becomes clearer. Stay too far away and you may give him the shot. Close aggressively and you may give him the duel. Show him inside and you move him toward areas where he can shoot or combine. Show him outside and you have not necessarily ended the attack. Try to remove his preferred foot and another option can remain. Send help, and another Juventus player may benefit. There is rarely one completely safe answer. But beating defenders is only one stage in the development of an elite attacker. The next question is more important. What happens after Kenan has manipulated the defense? This is where his recent development becomes particularly interesting. When the first defender moves toward him, Kenan increasingly has opportunities to recognize what that movement has created elsewhere. A second defender can move across. A teammate can become available. A passing lane can appear. Kenan can release the ball and move again. He can combine around the penalty area. He can play and immediately relocate into another receiving position. From similar areas he can now threaten several outcomes. Dribble, pass, combination, final ball, shot. This is why his evolution should not be described simply as a young dribbler becoming better at dribbling. The more important evolution is from individual threat toward broader attacking influence. From dribbler toward creator-finisher. Juventus' increasing trust in him reflects the scale of that development. The teenager who arrived from Bayern's academy became a first-team player. Then a regular. Then Juventus gave him one of the most symbolic shirts in world football. The number 10. The shirt itself does not prove technical greatness. But it does tell us something about responsibility and expectation. And those expectations continued to grow. Kenan began facing opponents who were increasingly prepared for him. More attention. More defenders. Less surprise. Yet his attacking responsibility continued to expand. By the 2025-26 season, he was no longer merely an exciting prospect waiting for his opportunity. He was producing goals, creating chances and carrying a significant part of Juventus' attacking responsibility. Serie A eventually named him its rising star of the season. Juventus also extended his contract until 2030. And before turning 21, he had already become the youngest player in the club's history to wear the captain's armband. Again, none of those facts means he is already a complete player. But they show how quickly his responsibility has changed. The stronger evidence comes from the football itself. Frosinone showed the early directness. PSV showed that his inside shooting threat could survive on the Champions League stage. Inter showed the left foot, transition threat and penalty area movement under enormous scoreboard pressure. Against Milan in the Italian Super Cup, he again produced on a major stage even though Juventus eventually lost. At the Club World Cup, Alain showed that he could create danger when Juventus controlled the game rather than simply attacking open space. Wydad showed technical variety and deception. Then Dortmund offered something especially valuable: repeatability. These are different competitions, different opponents, different tactical circumstances. That does not prove every part of his game is elite. It proves something more useful. Several of the behaviors we are studying are appearing repeatedly. And that is the point where highlights begin to become evidence. But a serious evaluation cannot stop with the matches in which everything works. There is another side to Kenan's development. What happens when the opponent reduces the space? What happens when he cannot dictate the individual duel? What happens when the game refuses to give him the conditions he prefers? Matches against Benfica, Manchester City and Real Madrid help us ask those questions. Against stronger collective pressure, the time available after receiving can disappear. The first defender can arrive sooner. The second can already be positioned behind him. Transition space can shrink. The distance between receiving the ball and having to make a decision becomes smaller. And suddenly the same player who can look devastating in open situations has a much more difficult problem to solve. That is not evidence against Kenan's potential. It is part of the evidence required to understand it. The Netherlands match at the European Championship offered another version of the challenge. International football changes the environment. Different teammates, different structures, different responsibilities, sometimes less control of possession, sometimes more defensive work. The question becomes whether the player's intelligence can travel between systems. For Kenan, there are encouraging signs. But there are also areas where the next level of development will matter enormously. The first is decision efficiency. When a player can dribble, shoot and create, having many options becomes an advantage. But it can also create a new challenge. Which option should be chosen? And how quickly? Shoot, dribble, release the ball. The difference between a dangerous young attacker and an elite attacking reference is often not the number of actions he can perform. It is how consistently he chooses the correct one. Kenan still has room to improve there. The same is true of his final output. High attacking involvement is valuable. Turning that involvement into increasingly efficient goals and chances is the next step. Defensively, consistency remains another area of development. There are positive moments in his pressing and positioning, but his defensive contribution is not yet as defining or as consistent as his attacking work. And one fascinating question remains unresolved. What is Kenan Yıldız's ultimate position? Is his highest level on the left wing? As a left-sided number 10? As a free attacking midfielder? Or eventually as a forward given freedom to move between those spaces? There is no reason to force an answer yet. His versatility is part of what makes his future interesting. The same is true for Türkiye. Kenan emerged at a moment when a new generation of Turkish talent was beginning to carry enormous expectations. At club level, he wears the number 10 of Juventus. At international level, he represents a country increasingly looking toward a young generation for its football future. That creates opportunity. It also creates pressure. And this is where prediction becomes dangerous. Kenan Yıldız is not a future world superstar because people expect him to become one. Potential does not work that way. What we can evaluate is what already exists. A player capable of attacking defenders one-on-one. A player who can begin wide and threaten centrally. A player whose first touch can help him escape pressure. A player with a credible shooting threat. A player whose preferred right foot does not make his left irrelevant. A player increasingly capable of creating for others. A player who has already produced important actions in Serie A, the Champions League, international football and major tournament environments. And then we can separate that evidence from what remains unknown. Can his decisions become faster? Can his attacking choices become more efficient? Can his defensive contribution become more consistent? Can he maintain his influence when elite opponents remove his preferred spaces? And can he transform positional versatility into a clearly defined elite role? Those questions will determine the distance between exceptional young talent and the very highest level. And perhaps that brings us back to the defender standing in front of him. Give Kenan space, and the shot may come. Close him down, and the duel begins. Protect one route, and another may remain. Bring help, and space can appear somewhere else. Kenan Yıldız is dangerous not because he has one unstoppable move. He is dangerous because defenders cannot safely prepare for only one move. At 21, that is already a serious problem. And if his decisions become faster, more efficient and more consistent as his game matures, the question facing defenders in the years ahead may become even harder. If they already struggle to predict what Kenan Yıldız will do next, how difficult could he eventually become to stop?
How far can this journey go? From touchline width to spaces inside, he makes the defender choose a side. Follow his movement, leave space wide. Hold your ground, he turns inside. A subtle feint, a sudden run. The next decision has begun. Not only speed, not only skill, but when to move and when be still. Kenan Yıldız, the future calls. Between the lines, beyond the walls. Knife and shots, the dribble grows. Stop the run, another lane shows. Kenan Yıldız, the question stays. What will he become one day? Responsibility, the highest level brings less time. Every match asks something harder. Every answer shapes the climb. Potential is not a promise. Talent still has roads to cross. The future belongs to decisions made when every space feels Kenan Yıldız, keep moving on. The final chapter is not drawn. From Istanbul dreams to touring nights, a young mind learning under lights. Kenan Yıldız, the question remains: how high can intelligence take the game?